Welcome to a short tutorial demonstrating how young people can develop a new kind of writing and reading skill that David Warlick calls reading across, down, and deep. Of course, with the birth of the internet and hypertexting, the additional idea of deep or depth is what this tutorial focuses on. We want to look at the function of Microsoft Word that allows a student writer to either link poetry or prose to online resources that deepen the reader's understanding. Hypertexting is the backbone of the internet, and the common person can use it when using word processors, mind maps, wikis, and many other information and communication technologies. The technique of linking is really the easy part. We want to take up the challenge of constructing with students how information is connected in the real world, or to consider new connections not yet thought of. Visualization tools and educational search engines help us do this. Here, Instagrok returns information about Louis Riel and his connection to Montana. These technologies are getting better and better at showing connected information in subtopics. Part of being an active citizen is being a digital one that produces information as well as consumes it. Ideas voiced by Marshall McLuhan, Alvin Toffler, and others. Let's take a look at how students might connect their learning in an NWT circumpolar context. During an inquiry within the terrestrial life systems field, say, animal habitats and communities, a student may want to construct knowledge about the ubiquitous willow ptarmigan, especially since humans and animals often intersect in this part of the field. Actual experiences with ptarmigan may lead to questions such as, what kind of bird are they? Are there different kinds in different parts of the world? Why are they not more frightened by moving objects such as people and vehicles? Where are they in the summer? How do they protect themselves? Can you eat them? In an interdisciplinary environment, a few student investigators may want to express their understanding through poetry. In this example, a haiku. One of the collaborators decides to provide depth for other inquiring minds by linking the word ptarmigan to a Wikipedia overview that provides images, references, and yes, more links to other Wikipedia articles or external sources. Copy the URL of the article, highlight the word to be linked. You can either right-click, select hyperlink, or you can go to the pull-down menu at the top, insert, hyperlink, paste the URL, OK, and then test the link. Press the Control key as you click the link. The word is successfully linked to the Wikipedia article Willow Ptarmigan. The writer and his collaborators may anticipate the curiosities around the question, can you eat them? How wild-tasting is ptarmigan meat? How do the local people prepare ptarmigan? The writers investigate ptarmigan recipes and choose to link to one to show their understanding. The teacher realizes in the student work the connectedness between northern animals, people's needs, and the culinary art of cooking. Again, copy the URL, highlight the word to be linked. This time I'll right-click, hyperlink, paste the URL, OK, press the Control key, click with the mouse, and another live link that provides depth to this poem. Perhaps a number of students elect to swap and share their animal stories as they wander through this field of animal populations during the experiential science course. Reading across, down, and deep, this time they have the opportunity to improve an essay collaboration with media that will deepen understanding about the northern animals spoken about. In this instance, a multisensorial experience can be achieved with a link to a freesound.org sound file of a wolf. and a short YouTube video about the links. These writing forms blur the lines between the disciplines of writing and science, where the natural connectedness between poetry and prose and animal-human ecology are happened upon naturally by these students. It should also be noted that a good thing may become a distraction. Generally speaking, a link is just some embedded code that takes you to another place within a document or another document on the web. Every word could be linked. How helpful would that be? Here the writer must decide whether linking to supply, material, or flask will help or distract the reader. The NWT's adapted curriculum called Literacy with ICT calls for students and teachers to monitor ICT's influence over the intended meaning, focusing on the message without exaggerated use of ICT features. Student enthusiasm for creating hypertext needs to be guided. To link those parts of the writing that lead to more than an image or definition that could be inserted in the writing itself, or tangential links that don't add anything significant to the author's thesis or venture, but to documents that critically deepen understanding in a field. This skill will become honed as student and teacher prosumers practice hypertexting. If a student wanders about the field of energy into, say, fracking, it won't be long before the student investigator must decide to what extent hypertext should be made to documents on energy supply, water or air quality, freshwater reserves, property values, jobs and prosperity, globalization. Hypertexting invites a student to ask critical questions about their investigation. In this instance, what are the implications of fracking? Educators can lead students to ask intra and interdisciplinary questions within a field of inquiry. Teachers are in a great position to point out what is so interesting and ambiguous about our world. All the best in leading your students in their hypertexting ventures.